Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius November 3, 2022. Today's transits most favor structured activities. In fact, you can be quite productive if you take things one step at a time and avoid scattering your energies. You can even find it soothing and satisfying to do so. You're in a perfect place for dedicating yourself to a special creative project or friend. You can make good use of a deliberate pace. You're beginning to look back at past interests or studies, and you could find yourself quite motivated to renew or revive them. Aim to put effort into something you feel passionate about and honor your need for some order and direction. You are like a feather today. A soft breeze has spun you into the air, propelling you to fall and land atop a glass lake. You continue to spin upon that water, laughing as you feel like a child again. This is because mighty Jupiter, our great benefic, use this moment to unplug from reality and reflect on what role romance has played in your life up until this point in time. If you'd like to do deep soul reflection, you could experience incredible breakthroughs around life lessons, healing, or wisdom about your innermost needs. Move forward with your endeavors. The first quarter moon in Aquarius is going to push you out of your comfort zone. You may need to let go of any ideas, visions, or endeavors that are not going as planned. It is time to shift your perspective and talent toward other opportunities that are more exciting. Part of this will require you to feel at peace with your unique endeavors. You may need to work on being okay with how unconventional the facilitation and direction of your passion projects are from what you typically work on. Venus only returned to your income sector 10 days ago, but already she moves into her final 2 weeks here today. The Sun, who returned at the same time, will stay on for another week after she leaves, but this brings home just how finite the planetary activity on the income side of the financial fence is. Ahead lay some important days on both sides of the financial fence. The pull to do what's right for you and others is going to be very strong this week, and for months to come. The gathering of planets makes your internal moral code turn from pastel to neon, and you will want to express your love for righteousness in many ways. Do not neglect your own body during this period in any way. The rest you need, the healthy diet, the affection you want to give and receive are all of vital importance now. It's a good day to get active. If you've been thinking of starting a health program of any sort, this is the time to begin. Yours is a contemplative nature, yet even you need to breathe fresh air and get some exercise every now and then. See about taking a walk outside, or if it suits you better, try visiting a gym if possible. Yoga and Tai Chi offer ways of being physical and spiritual at the same time. Check these things out and get a new program going for yourself. You'll be glad you did. Venus only returned to your income sector 10 days ago, but already she moves into her final 2 weeks here. Venus might have been the first planet to return this year and the first to leave, but she will not be the last. Mercury, who only returned over the weekend, is still settling in, something that is giving you the smart head for money to use the additional insight from the Sun to your advantage. A lot of water will pass under the bridge over the next 2 weeks, including on both sides of the financial fence and on the job front. Having the moon in your romantic sector in the heart of the working week might be something you are tempted to ignore, but an alignment with Saturn will make that a lot harder. As the moon aligns with Saturn for the first time since his direct turn here, there is a call to take matters of the heart seriously, but also to look to the future rather than the past. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings many elements of surprise as the Scorpio Sun squares off with the Aquarius Moon. This can cause some upheaval on numerous levels, especially in relationships. The theme of the day centers around partnerships and those who mirror us on a soul level. The Scorpio influence commands us to dive deep into our psychological wounds, and the second quarter moon washing through Aquarius helps purge them. There is a feeling of being supported on an emotional level, despite how vulnerable the healing process makes us feel. You are not alone, even if it feels at times like you're the only one in the room. Saturn in authoritarian Aquarius doesn't let up on you mentally. There could be many challenges that require careful analysis. In fact, you could be way too hard on yourself now, because the cosmos encourages you to weigh every situation, making it tough to make any decisions. Remember that you know what's best for you. Especially as the magnetic Sun-Moon square kicks up the dust and sends you in a totally different direction. Be prepared for some unexpected news that could have you jumping into new experiences almost instantly. In a case of perfect timing, the Moon not only returns for its first visit to your relationship sector since Jupiter retrograde back in for a rare double-dip visit but straight into a friendly aspect to Mercury, just days after the planet of communications returned to your communication sector. Mercury has joined the Sun and Venus, who have already begun a mission to get the communication lines open, and especially on the relationship front. This is the start of a partnership between the communication and relationship gods that will deepen over the coming days and weeks. The Moon not only returns for its first visit to your relationship sector since Jupiter's return last week but straight into a friendly aspect to Mercury, just days after the planet's return to your communication sector. This is just a taste of things to come, with some defining days and weeks coming up on the communication and relationship fronts. In the morning, the Moon squares off with Venus, making it difficult to negotiate our needs and desires. On the one hand, we're inclined to group settings now. Under the Aquarius Moon, we benefit from drama-free experiences with friends who stretch our minds but don't force us too far into emotional territory. On the other hand, Venus in Scorpio pitches us into the deep end of the relational pool, where intimacy is a given. We may struggle between the urge to keep things light and the compulsion to steamroll another's boundaries. Reconciling these two extremes can get a bit dicey. Yet, it may also make us aware that certain relationships aren't as simple and straightforward as we initially presumed them to be. Following this, the Moon sextiles Chiron in Aries, smoothing over some of the tension prompted by the Moon-Venus square. We may now realize that challenges we face with friends, family members, or partners are indicative of history repeating. We are encouraged to retrace old footsteps and to course-correct regrettable past behaviors. In this way, uncomfortable moments serve as opportunities for healing.